Fame is often perceived as the ultimate validation for one's talent and hard work. However, beneath the glamorous veneer lies a world full of pressure, desperation, and dark compromises. This journey, often portrayed in film and real-life stories, exposes the lengths to which individuals would go to achieve recognition and adoration. Maxxine's story is a poignant reflection of this relentless pursuit and the sacrifices it demands. The work hard, play hard mentality. Maxxine embodies the work hard, play hard mentality, convinced that her relentless effort will pay off regardless of the cost. Her determination to achieve her goal is unwavering and admirable. Her mantra illustrates this: I will do whatever it takes. I will not accept a life I do not deserve. However, the intense pressure to sustain the demands of celebrity life often leads individuals down a dangerous path. For example, Judy Garland was introduced to drug as a child to cope with the pressures of performing. Her mother even gave her energy drinks and sleeping pills before she was 10. As she transitioned into film, Garland was given amphetamines by on-set doctors to manage her weight. In a similar vein, Maxxine's casual use on set underscores the dark reality of the industry, where the need to always be on, perform at peak capacity, and look flawless while doing it becomes overwhelming. Yet, even if one was to comply with those high demands, hard work and talent does not guarantee success, leading to a sense of anxiety and desperation for recognition. Maxxine's frustration with her stalled career and the prejudices she faces in the industry are palpable. Like many of us trying to enter a competitive field, she faces the paradox of needing experience to get a chance, but not being given that chance because she lacks experience. Moreover, her background as a sex worker only compounds her challenges as it taints her reputation in the eyes of those with power. Such desperation often leads to dark compromises deemed necessary for success. The darkness beneath the glamour. The film industry exploits the desire and eagerness of aspiring actors. Maxxine is casually asked to bare her chest during an audition, an inappropriate request in a typical film setting, yet she complies without much emotion, indicating her familiarity with such demands. However, it still could have affected her, as well as other actresses who auditioned for the part, who, even if they were thrown off, put off, or straight up disgusted by the request, did it. This highlights how actresses or actors desesperated for roles may agree to degrading requests, knowing refusal could cost them opportunities. The film roles are like carrots, dangled in front of wide-eyed, eager rabbits. This dynamic mirrors the relationships in The Favorite, where the queen holds all the power, while Abigail, despite gaining status and luxury as the queen's favorite, remains under the queen's control. Even though the queen is lonely and manipulated, she retains the ability to exert absolute authority, as seen when she banishes Sarah's Churchill. This decision, unquestioned and unstoppable, illustrates the queen's ultimate power. Similarly, when the queen desires something from Abigail's refusal is nearly impossible. The consequences of denying the queen could be life-altering, stripping Abigail of the stability and comfort she has gained. Everything Abigail enjoys is the queen to give and take away on a whim. When the queen seeks to reassert her dominance by demanding sexual favors, Abigail complies, despite her clear reluctance. In this moment, Abigail, like the rabbits, becomes a symbol of possession. She belongs to the queen, her autonomy sacrificed to the whims of power. In a similar fashion, in Hollywood, executives hold immense power over young talent, striving to make a name for themselves. Marilyn Monroe, for instance, faced relentless abuse on her path to fame, once remarking, "These men were ruthless." Given the degeneracy that has been exposed in Hollywood, we can only imagine what she's been through. Rock Hudson was exploited by his agent, Henry Wilson, who preyed on actors he suspected were gay. In The Man Who Invented Rock Hudson, Robert Hoffler sorry if I butchered that, reveals how stars under Wilson's control were coerced into sexual favors in exchange for roles and subjected to both financial and emotional exploitation. This leads us to the 𝕝𝕗𝕚 quote at the start of the film. In this business, until you're known as a monster, you're not a star. The film industry has long been full of such monsters, thriving on the vulnerabilities of aspiring stars. Although progress has been made with movements such as Me Too, the industry is still filled with monsters as every year a new one is being exposed, and now in the middle of the age of the Aquarius, it seems like many big deviant, in the word of Cat Williams, are getting exposed. But a question remains, how many more of them are left? The fine line between fame and infamy. The price of failure in the pursuit of fame can be devastating. If one is not careful, they can easily slip into a dark path, transforming from a potential success story into a tale of infamy. Fame and infamy often blur together. Consider the woman who tried to sneak into Studio 54 through the ventilation ducts, so eager to be part of the celebrity scene that it cost her her life. Or Peg Entwistle, who became more famous for her tragic leap from the Hollywood sign than for her acting career after she fell into a deep depression when roles dried up. This tragic pattern is present in the detective's death scene at the Hollywood Land sign in the film. His unfulfilled dreams of stardom linger even in death, symbolizing the haunting presence of failed ambition in Hollywood. The isolation of success. Isolation is a common byproduct of fame, where the very thing that elevates a person also isolates them. For example, Michael Jackson, despite his unparalleled success, became increasingly isolated in his later years. His fame created barriers between him and the rest of the world, leading to a life where his closest relationship was strained or non-existent. Surrounded by enablers and yes men, Jackson's isolation contributed to his tragic downfall, demonstrating how the very fame that made him an icon also led to his demise.
I don't think people understand the other side that comes with it. So they're so quick to call you strange and weird, but it's almost as if you're forced to be different because it's not normal life, you know?
I have a good time. I mean, I can't go into a park. I can't go to Disneyland as myself. I can't go out and walk down the street. There's crowds and bumper-to-bumper cars, and so I create my world behind my gates. Everything that I love is behind those gates.
It is something that Maxxxine will have to be careful of, as her elevation will lead to her isolation. She is already isolated from the fact that she lost most of her friend and deals with PTSD based on something that she will never be able to fully share without getting consequences in return. Still, Maxxxine experiences happiness as she gets the life that she wanted, the life that she so-called deserves. But the underlying tension suggests that her success is fragile and may come at a great cost. The film concludes with Maxxine's chilling reflection, "I just never wanted to end," encapsulating the perpetual cycle of ambition, fame, and self-destruction. Her motivations are rooted in a deep desire to be important and adored. Yet, in the pursuit of fame, which is inherently unstable, fickle, and shallow, public adoration is a double-edged sword. The same crowd that idolizes you today can turn against you tomorrow, as seen with stars like Megan Fox, Britney Spears, or countless K-pop idols. The adulation is toxic and dehumanizing, reducing actors or talent to mere fantasies crafted by their teams and projected onto by their fans. Conclusion. The chase for success and fame does not guarantee a life of endless blue sky. Maxxine's journey exposes the dark underbelly of the quest for fame, the sacrifices, compromises, and the ultimate emptiness that often accompany it. The film industry, with its glamorous facade, frequently conceals the exploitation and despair lurking beneath. Maxxine's story could be seen as a cautionary tale, reminding us that while the pursuit of fame is alluring, it can also lead to self-destruction. The line between success and infamy is razor thin, and those who chase the spotlight may find themselves consumed by it, even when they seem to have reached the top.